An ugly day on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 5.5%. The S&P 500 down more than 6.5%. NASDAQ stocks, they tumbled nearly 7%. Deborah Kostroun has all the details from the New York Stock Exchange. Deborah.
Thanks a lot, Pimm. Yes, so the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ all closing on the lows of the day, and a brutal day for the markets once again. And it really went from bad to worse after President Obama spoke and gave investors little confidence. Traders telling me that they really heard the same thing from the president, and they really were wanting more of a long-term approach to dealing with the nation's debt problems. And nothing really escaped the selling today. In fact, all 500 stocks in the S&P 500, they were lower. And in addition to the credit rating downgrade, of course, Pimm, there is this big overriding fear of a double-dip recession. And, of course, Europe now in a bear market, and they still have debt problems of their own, Pimm.
Now, Deborah, all right, we also had the trickle-down effect, I guess you could call it, of the credit downgrade for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, as well as some, well, what they call the military post-exchanges, if you can believe it.
Right, and this also affected farm lenders, some banks, and credit unions as well. And their downgrade could mean that mortgage rates may be headed higher, and so a big concern there. Financials also taking a big brunt of the selling, and if you take a look at the financials today, you can see down almost 10% in today's session. And one of the things you have to know about the financials is that the financials have to participate in a rally to have this market to go higher, because they make up so much of the S&P. And Bank of America was down quite a bit in today's session. Bank of America lower, as there are a lot of concerns that AIG may be suing them over faulty mortgages. Now, in today's session, as we did see selling everywhere, we did see some buying in certain pockets. Obviously, Treasury seeing as a safe investment, also gold as well. Gold hitting a record $1,700, 13 cents an ounce, and also crude oil. It dropped to $82 a barrel, which means that gas prices will likely drop even further here, because we have seen gas prices go down at the gas pump. Certainly good news for consumers that are really constrained with their spending. Pimm, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Deborah Kostroun reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.